Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Counselor's Office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, and it is a Tuesday, and I figured why not check out an update for Halo Infinite. That's right, new update. Apparently, it's out. This is a delayed video by Mint Blitz from three days ago about the new update, and I figured this person, I see a lot of videos from him, and he's really integrated into the Halo Infinite. You know, I used to be really involved in the Halo scene. Unfortunately, Infinite kind of killed my love for just in general. I still play the old Halos because that's the best Halos in my opinion. But we're going to check out and see Halo Infinite's next update and see what it's all about. And I've already seen some things, and we'll talk about it as we go. So let's jump in and see what it's all about.
Halo Studios did a live stream yesterday showing off all the new content coming in the new update in a few days to Halo Infinite. We got our first look at the MA5K Avenger, which I have some certain thoughts on, new Master Chief armor, forge changes, and the third person mode rolling out for everybody. We also have some Sandbox changes, the Commando, Sidekick, active camera.
I love the throwback maps, even though it is all Forge. I still like these are some of the best maps in Halo.
Across the pack have all seen changes. This might be one of the biggest updates of the year, so let's jump into it. First up today, I'm showing the Master Chief armor that is coming in the update. Why am I talking about it first? Because in the footage you'll be seeing, Unisec had the armor on throughout the gameplay, so it just made sense to mention this first, featuring a weathered look for the Mark.
I know this is a big complaint, and I think the community also feels the same way. Why is it basic Halo, like Master Chief armor? Why is it paid? Like, this kind of stuff should be this should be your operation pack, like, or something to chase, like the campaign or something. Like, why is it like $30 to get armor that we've previously had? It makes no sense to me. I will, like, 343 might be dead, but this is the scummy bullcrap that I just do not like. Like, I want Halo Infinite to die. I've never said that, even like Destiny. Like, I like Destiny, and it's run by Bungie, which makes me bang my head against the wall. But I actively want Halo Infinite to die. Maybe not as much as Halo 5. Like, I really want it, but I want Halo Infinite to die. Like, let's move on. Let's get rid of this dumpster fire. Let's never do pay to win. Not pay to win. Sorry, free to play. That's the terminology. Free to play. I never want to come back to it because I hate this. This live service is nothing but Forge maps, and everything content-wise is in the store. And that's my overall feeling about it. That's why I vehemently have this deep-seated hatred for this, because they turned my favorite franchise into nothing but a crappy cash grab. Like, this is unacceptable. And the fact that you can't customize is also just stupid.
6 armor from Halo 2. I like the dimensions, as it really feels like Halo 2.
It looks good. It looks good.
I'm a fan of the color of the coating, but you can just go put on the traditional color seen from the Mark 5 kit, or even the campaign green color, or even the max rank coating if you have it. So there's lots of choices. The only bad thing I can say about it is it's a kit. Again, so many of you guys, myself included, are like, Halo Studios, 343, whoever. Why make it a kit? Why can't you make it fully customizable?
And that's another thing. It's like, the biggest problem, and you're seeing it, we have all these cores and all this micro transaction bullcrap. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. They had Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Reach, ODST, all these games. And they also had all these multiplayers, and they were one package, $1 package. Anyone that says, well, they need to be able to sell stuff in the store in order to do the live service. What service? We've got nothing but Forge maps that the community has made. They haven't done anything substantial to justify being a live service. Like, it's just an excuse. They do not need to make money to keep going. Maybe now because the game's dead, but literally back in the day, you bought a game, you played the game, and that was it. You bought expansion pass, and that's where you got it. Everyone thinks like, oh, they need to make more money no, they don't. They don't. They just greedy. It's greed. All this and buying everything is greed. It's corporate greed. That's it. Don't try to give them a way out and say, oh, they need to. No, they don't need to. They don't have to. They do it because money. I don't understand where gamers lost their balls to call out bullcrap and just accept everything. Like, I don't understand it. They don't need to do this. Halo doesn't need to be free to play or a live service. It can just be a purchase game. Look at Call of Duty. You buy the game, you play the game, you get everything in it. And yes, I know they're also doing like the Fortnite crap, like Halo. But the funny thing is, Call of Duty, when they release an update, you get new maps, we're getting new zombie stuff. Like they actually put live service in their live service. Whereas Halo, what are we getting? Like the most recent thing is we got what? Firefight finally, which has been something we had years ago. We're now getting third person, which great. Call of Duty has that too. What else? Oh, I'm trying to think. A new gun, which you're going to talk about. That's great. I mean, Call of Duty does that every season. When Halo apparently struggles to make one gun, but can make a bunch of armor. Like the excuses. These are excuses. I can counter every little excuse that people give this game and be like, you're wrong. You're wrong. Because it's so paper thin. It is a joke. And I'm just saying this ahead of time because I want you to know that I'm passionate about Halo and how much I hate this freaking game. I want it to burn in the depths of hell. And then Halo 5 needs to be like the next stage of hell, which is like purgatory. Because that game is abomination. But at least it was content complete. As much as I hate Halo 5, at least the multiplayer and everything was content complete and you got to play the game. But my God, I wish Halo Infinite would burn in the depths of hell. That's where it belongs. It's an abomination, a soulless abomination. It has the base foundation of good gunplay, but it is not Halo. It is not the passion that people love. And you can tell because the community is a bye-bye. It's a dead game on life support. That's all it is. It's on life support. And I know I'm going to piss people off. I don't care. Because you're part of the morons who give the excuse. You can enjoy the game. That's fine. But if you're giving it an excuse and a pass for why it needs to be free to play or a live service, like get out of here. Take your stupid garbage out of here. It doesn't need to be a live service. It just needs to be a good experience. And it's going to make sales. And if you want to do expansion packs, let's do it. Pop off. Or you want to do what Call of Duty does. You want to do paid battle passes and different tiers, then pop off. I don't care because at least Call of Duty gives me new guns that I can earn just by playing the stupid game. Like, heck yeah. Rant's over.
Why can we only change the color? Why can't we mix and match the pieces between the Mark 5 armor, the Mark 6 armor, hell, even the Halo Infinite Chief armor? Halo Studios are also bringing back Helio Skrill with an Arbiter helmet attachment. Unfortunately, this is in the shop. On the flip... Unfortunately, this is all in the shop. Just so you all know, it's all in the shop. Also, by the way, feels bad for everyone who wants playable elites because apparently that can never be a thing again. Apparently we just can never be playable elites. But hey, you can get armor that makes you look like Arbiter. Flip side, and the good news is the Shipmaster armor, the RTAS armor, that set will actually be free for everyone. This was surprising as it's one of the best looking armors that have ever been on Halo Infinite. You love to see it.
So I want to know, is this the ship armor he's talking about?
In other cosmetics, there'll be a classic Halo 2 rocket launcher and sniper rifle available if you want it.
This is what dude, I'm sorry. As someone who has Stockholm Syndrome from Destiny, this is the most Stockholmy, like, he's a Stockholmy for Halo right now. There is no shot. Let's continue. I want to see more. Come on. Show me more.
Pass you can expect day one. Lots of Spartan points, as you'd expect.
Yeah.
But as I said, that Shipmaster armor set is free, which usually they throw in the shop for...
This is gaslighting. When you say that this is one of the best things we've gotten, I barely play Halo Infinite, and I've seen better armor in the shop than this. Like, what are you smoking? What is in your crack pipe? There needs to be a medical analysis to how much hallucination and delusion is going on. What the hell are you talking about? What? What you're saying, like, this. You're going to say like, this armor is nowhere near as good as this. No, I'm telling you, we've had better random pieces of armor in the store than this. This is gaslighting. And it is so sad that any free content, we're like, we're going to gaslight ourselves to make it seem like it's the best thing we've ever gotten. Yes, he's probably right that this would go into the store for like $10 or $30 in a bundle, but that's like everything. So let's not act like this is unique. It's not. This is like, I don't know. I think that is just funny how far the Halo community, those are so dedicated to continue to play Halo Infinite, the very small population, gaslights themselves into like, this is, wow. I'm sorry.
They throw in the shop for $30, so I'm happy that's available for all. Moving on to
free is
content,
something.
And yes,
I'm going to say at least it's free, right? Good on them. We are doing free battle passes. Sure. I don't know why. I guess because, hey, we know we're not pushing out any content really. So here's free stuff because that's all we can do.
Said it. Unisec and Sketch went through third person, Sandbox changes, Delta Arena, and the new gun, the MA5K. So let's talk about the new gun first, as I've got a lot to say about it. So we have the brand new weapon, the MA5K Avenger, 60 round magazine size, SMG, with a damage output.
So it's like the Halo 2 SMG, except instead of bringing that, we just put the battle rifle and the assault rifle together. And you know what? It's fine. At least out of all the things in Halo Infinite that was new, this looks like the most Halo-esque weapon. I will be honest. Like, there's some weapons that, why does it exist? Like, the stupid sidearm doesn't even look like Halo. It looks like something that could be that looks like it was in Advanced Warfare from Call of Duty. Like, it looks like a very boring handgun. Like, bring back the iconic Magnum, not the stupid trash handgun. Bring back. No, I'm not talking about Halo 1. Like, you can do Halo 3. Let's bring back the iconic looks, and that's a big thing. It looks and probably feels like it probably hits. I know its sidearm hits hard, but like, my God, like Halo, the soul. You play the game, you get these iconic weapons. Half the guns in here aren't iconic. They're just turds.
Put similar to dual SMGs from Halo 2. It has the Halo 5 SMG reticle and sits between the assault rifle
looks fun.
and the Bulldog in terms of power scaling. First thing I have to say is fantastic, a new gun. We've wanted Sandbox editions for a while. Keep that up.
It only took years. It only took years to do something new. It's a live service, remember, live. But they didn't say anything when they said Halo's going to be high live service. They didn't say anything about how long it would take to put something new in the game. They're just, hey, you should have read the small print. Live service means anytime in its life, we can do service on it, and it actually might be something new.
Keep adding guns, that's what the game needs. I would try add some fun weapons too, but an SMG was needed on Infinite. Some things I noticed from the showcase.
I like how he's talking as if Halo Studios 343, whatever you want to call them, is going to actively add more. I would be surprised if we see more new guns.
Yes, the new SMG reuses reload animations from the assault rifle. The back end of the gun also seems like the assault rifle as well. Halo Studios are clearly doing what they can to bring new weapons and listen to us.
Again, like this, I want you to focus on that statement. They're doing what they can to bring new weapons. One, that's cope, that we're going to get new. And two, I hear excuses. It's like, this isn't like a new company or this is a new game that just came out. This isn't year one of Halo Infinite. This is I don't even remember how long ago. It's 2021, like 4 years, something like that. Yeah, like, let's not act like, oh, it's just a new year. And let's not act like Halo 343 just disappeared. Like, Halo Studios is brand new. Everyone's new. No one's working at it. We're going to give them slack. No. Like, let's not live in this fantasy land, this delusional, hallucinogenic land where suddenly we're going to give them slack again. No, shut the hell up. What is wrong with you?
With the available resources they have, I can't really fault them for
available resources. Yes, Microsoft and $1 billion company. Yes, totally. They can't make more than one gun, and they also can't make much more like unique things. They can't do that. They can't afford it. They can afford to make 30 different armor sets that you have to pay for, but they can't afford to add stuff to the actual game, guys. We're so sorry. They're spread thin. They've got all these people working on how to make stuff in the money in the store. Can't take time to do free stuff. Sorry. We can't. We just can't afford it. We can afford to make money, but we can't afford to make anything that doesn't make us money. Sorry. I'm being very facetious, but that's the delusion level of how it's not just a Halo Infinite issue. It's across the board in video games. Like, people are making up stupid excuses. Like, this is probably the lowest excuse I've ever heard. It's just giving billionaire companies a pass when they haven't earned it. Like, they just haven't. I'm sorry.
For doing everything they can do, even if visually it partially reuses a different weapon. My guess is the assault rifle had its values changed, fire rate increased, range decreased, changes to the red reticle range, and then bloom added.
I mean, again, I'm not a developer, but I know it's not that hard to make new models because NetEase is making Destiny Rising, and they've literally made new weapon models. It is not that hard to make a new weapon model. It's not. I don't care what people say. As a developer, it cannot be that hard to make a new weapon. Now, tuning it, sure, it might take some time. The values, how is it going to perform? Making a base model, not that hard. But I'm just saying, like, it shouldn't take 4 or 3 years to make a new weapon. If you're going to be a live service, then you need to add to it to make it feel alive. Isn't that something?
There is significant bloom too, which makes it almost useless at long ranges. Of course, it's an SMG.
Yes.
It's not going to be good at long
Makes
range.
sense.
People seem really excited for this, more than just because we're getting a new gun, but it finally means the dark ages of Halo Infinite development, where we thought it was pretty much over, all signs pointed to Halo Infinite development being done. They've decided as a studio to listen to community requests. And more than that,
Again, I don't know if you want to call that gaslighting or just extreme amounts of cope. We are no longer in the dark ages because we've got one new weapon. Out of 3, 4, or 5 years, or whatever years it's been, we got a new weapon. The dark age is over, guys. All the struggles are over. They did a new gun, guys. Guys, come back to Halo. The dark age is over. They're listening to us now. It only took 4 or 5 years. I'm sorry. There's my villain arc laugh. That is the most adorable concept I've heard. The dark ages are over, guys. No. You say this is a step in the right direction. Yes. However, they made one gun. I need to see more live service. Again, Call of Duty does the bare minimum of releasing one new map and like 2 new guns every season. That's the bare minimum that they do. Now I think they're also going to release zombie content as well, which is dope. And they were releasing some zombie content, not to the extent that people like Modern Warfare 3, but Black Ops looking like an improvement from that. The Halo's not even meeting the bare minimum of what Call of Duty does. And that's why Call of Duty is the flagship for Microsoft now. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not giving game developers a pass. I'm not fondling their balls. I'm not like giving them slack when they have not earned it. Well, let's not give developers, as a consumer, we are consuming a game. And yeah, you can say, well, it's free. Well, guess what? So are mobile games. And guess what? They cater to, guess what? Their player base. And they make a lot of freaking money. You make a good game, people will buy it. It doesn't matter if it's free or not. If you make a good game with good experiences and you actually focus on the live service aspect, people will play. They will come back. They will spend money. But as it is, people aren't coming back. In fact, I'm very curious. Let's look at some numbers. Halo Infinite Steam charts. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's not act like we're back, baby. And I guarantee on Microsoft, on Xbox, it's probably even less, or it's about the same or a little bit more. Like, let's not say, you know what's sad is that this was the peak. And then let's look at like what? You know what's really sad? Let's look at it currently. This is Halo Infinite, Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, Steam charts. I haven't even looked at it. Let's look at the Steam charts for yeah, that's not what I wanted. Where are the Steam charts? There we go. I don't. Oh, here we go. So that's Twitch. I don't care about Twitch. So do we not? We don't have anything. Hey, never mind. I guess we can't see. That's unfortunate. I was wanting to see actual Steam charts, but that's campaign. Why is it so hard to find Black Ops 6? I know you are supposed to be able to see it from the store. You could see how many. Let's see if I can figure it out live for your beautiful faces. I hate that. Okay, well, whatever. We're just going to move back on to this.
Add content into the game people really want. Hooray! Next up, we have the third person mode, and I wrote down all of the information they shared and basically summed it up for you guys so you don't have to watch a 2.5-hour live stream to understand it better.
Wow.
First of all, you'll notice the armor I mentioned, Helios Grill, Arbiter, and the Master Chief sets are all available in the update when it drops.
They're all available in the store. Isn't that what you wanted, guys? All those content updates in the store. Buy our crap, you whales, you fat freaking whales. Buy it, you fat loser whales, because you're keeping our game afloat. That's why they really do it. And they even said that the game is lucrative now because all the whales out there are just nobbling everything up. It makes sense why they make so many bundles in the store, because the fat whales are eating it up.
Third person mode will be a toggle in the custom game settings you can turn off or on. It can also be scripted in Forge to transition a player from first to third person depending on certain circumstances. We saw this in the trailer where they're playing Juggernaut, the Juggernaut dies and you transition into third super.
I just want, oh, that's too bright. Let's end right there. I just want to say this is great, right? Like, I'm going to say good job. You know what? Third person looks cool, looks fun. Is this something that we are seeing more and more in the gaming community? Yeah, like Call of Duty even has its third person. It's good, but there's certain like things that are going to start becoming more apparent, and third person is going to be one of them. And I'm glad it's optional. Where you want to do it, you can play it. If you want first person, you can do it. I think having more accessibility and more like availability of like how to play is always a good thing. I think that's great. So from what I've heard about this is that there's the current bug from like Halo 2 where you can aim down sight and then you're going to be able to hide behind a pillar and shoot people through a wall. Yeah, that's pretty cheesy.
The Juggernaut. When playing third person, your FOV, your field of view, will greatly impact the experience you have. Set it to 68,
which is cool.
Very close, almost Gears of War-like, and it looks very cool. Set it to 120 and you get so much information, so much awareness. You can see enemies around walls, see everything.
Yeah, I don't expect anyone to, even though the zooming up is probably a better feeling experience, being able to see the entire map, like that's just going to be the way to play.
It's happening. I'm actually pretty excited because this opens up so many new gameplay playlist opportunities for everyone. And that's great. There is no option for lefties, so there's no option to mirror your screen so it's flipped. They didn't show an option to do that. Halo Studios also mentioned the ADS, the aim down sight speed. How fast can weapons zoom in? Certain guns still have the smart scope. Others can still zoom. Others do not. They pick and chose weapons depending on how jarring it was to zoom in. They also spoke about the speed of which you zoom in. They had to speed it up a little bit or it was very disorienting going from zoomed in back to third person. The good news is the new third person mode is available for every single mode.
Great.
So if you want to
play it just to try it out.
Third person, that's supported. Third person BTB, squad battle, free for all, you name it, it all works. Overall, this is going to be super exciting to see roll out and I'm actually pretty hyped up. Next up we have the Sandbox changes and Halo Studios.
Yeah, I definitely want to give it a shot. I definitely want to try out and play the new game mode and some of the maps that he's going to talk about. Yeah, absolutely. I'm assuming he's going to talk about. But yeah, I absolutely do want to try the third person just for the fun of it. I don't know if it's going to bring me back. Like, I want to be very clear. I rail this game and I want it to die, but you can have fun with it. Like, you can have fun with it. It's not like, it may not have a soul, but even like some of the worst games you can have fun with.
Is changing a lot of the mechanics you need to know about. The Commando and the Sidekick have seen bloom changes, so now when the gun is fully bloomed, or when your reticle is as far out as it will go, which is supposed to mean your gun is very inaccurate, or you're pressing the trigger as fast as you possibly can, now the bullets will randomly spread entirely within the reticle, not at the outskirts of the reticle only, which is what was happening before this update. This means the gun will be more consistent overall, so to balance that, since the weapons are going to be stronger, the overall reticle bloom size, so how big the circle is on your screen, has been slightly increased. From the gameplay Halo Studios showed on stream, the best thing you can do when you see this change to do maximum damage will still be to shoot as fast as possible. So the Commando, you hold down the trigger, the Sidekick, you press as fast as you can. Moving on from that.
Okay, well, I mean, it's always good to see them fix certain issues and make guns feel better. I think that's just a quality of life and gunplay. Like, I think that's huge. Cool.
We have the Thruster Pack, the most powerful equipment in the game. It's seeing a nerf, as it was pretty much a guaranteed kill on a one-on-one scenario. What they've done now is you won't be able to shoot as soon as you thrust. You'll be able to tell that you can't fire, as your reticle will disappear momentarily when shooting is disabled. Next, we have active camo.
Could you do that? Like, I know we've had thrust, the ability of thrust before. Could you shoot previously? Like, I'm curious about that. I feel like you couldn't, but I could be wrong.
And what they've changed is when you pick up a flag, the flag itself doesn't become invisible anymore. This will make
I'm gonna be honest, it should have never been able to go invisible. I don't think you could do that in any other Halo anyways.
Sneaky runs harder, but Halo Studios said this is in line with past Halo games.
Yeah.
There was a bug here where picking up the flag will actually make you fully visible right away.
This dude,
camo flags.
I can tell this guy plays way too much Halo because he's doing the cheesiest trick stuff you've ever seen. I'm going to tell you right now. I can understand why. Like, he's a fellow Stockholm Syndrome player. I'm Stockholm for Destiny. I can spot, like, we're people. We can tell the illnesses. We can identify, like, oh, he has it too. He has the mental illness of Stockholm Syndrome. We're both in the same boat, except for 2 different games. But at least I know not to gaslight myself.
Runs. I hope this is fixed with the new update. This brings us to the new game mode itself that's rolling out in a few days, Delta Arena.
That's badass.
Matchmaking playlist to have player collision on in Halo Infinite's history. Some people have wanted this in matchmaking for years. This means you should be able to, in theory, to jump off players' heads and everything like that, just like classic Halo.
Yeah.
They've also made it so Oddball, King of the Hill, and every leg.
I'm glad that they brought Halo. It looks like it's all Halo 2 maps, which is fantastic. That is exciting. I'm so annoyed that everything is literally just, unless they made it from scratch. It looks like it might be made from scratch, but I'm just saying I'm tired of Forge maps. And that we're saying all the content is Forge maps.
Mode will function just as they did back in the day. So King of the Hill is at 1 point per hill. It counts up just like it did in the past.
It's very impressive today, if it's Forge.
Made a great change to quality of life, and I need to mention this. If you load up a custom game once this update comes out, really any map or mode, you will be able to see who created the map, who created the mode, and there's going to be buttons now that mid.
I'm so sorry. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I just, he said, there's buttons out. Like, how bad is a game? How bad is a game? And its delivery and its service that you have dedicated players that they get excited over buttons. There was pure joy in the idea of having. Oh, that's how you know the game is down bad, when your most dedicated players get excited for the most minimum basic shit. Bookmarking for forges. That's great, but that seems like a basic feature that we shouldn't be like, this is the most incredible thing. Like, oh my God. But I gotta hear it again. Buttons.
Comes out, really any map or mode, you'll be able to see who created the map, who created the mode, and there's going to be buttons now that
there's going to be buttons now. Like I made it. I'm going to be honest. I made it sound better, but it was the lead up of like this is the like it was the lead up that got me.
Studios made a great change to quality.
Great
of
change.
life, and I need to mention this.
I need to mention this. It's like I gotta mention this. We've got buttons.
If you load up a custom game launches update comes out, really any map or mode, you'll be able to see who created the map, who created the mode, and there's going to be buttons now that mid-game, that's right, in-game, you can bookmark the map and mode so you don't need to look it up and try find it anymore. This is huge, and I'm really...
It's huge! We got buttons! Bro, we got buttons in our game now. Oh, tubular. Guys, come back to Halo Infinite. We've got buttons. Oh, I'm so facetious right now. I'm so sorry. Listen, you can dog Destiny. We can come over and talk about Destiny because we've got same issues, man. We're the bare minimum. We got buttons. We got buttons. I got to put that we got buttons in the thumbnail.
Glad it's been added. And that's it. That's everything you need to know about the upcoming update.
Okay, that's great. Link will be down below. Give it a like. He's a pretty chill guy. Like I've seen a lot of his posts, and he talked about like he does criticize wow. He criticizes 343 / Halo Studios / Halo Infinite. But at the same time, like you get moments like this where you get like a little bit, there's like this gaslighting as if we're just going to make everything disappear. Like, oh, we're back, baby. The dark age is over. And I don't know. When you start getting excited about buttons, I don't know how good the game really is. I'm just saying. Basic quality of life, and we're losing our minds over buttons. All right, I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. I will be playing Halo Infinite just to try this out eventually. Until next time, don't forget to be the best version of yourself and game out.